everyone, I just want to tell you a little bit about Sun in Gemini and in the 12th house at the same time. Now the 12th house is the land of the unseen, and Gemini is the sign of duality. So combining unseen and duality makes you very difficult to figure out, because people might not only, they not only might not always see you, but when they do see you, they're only really seeing one side of you. At any given time, you'll only be displaying one side of yourself. And these two different sides of yourself have two very dramatic extremes. Like the good side of you, it's like this perfect angel. It's wonderful, very revered. And the dark side of you can get very dark. So it's easy for you to deceive people. People can't really figure you out. Another thing about this placement is that it sacrifices intelligence for the collective, and it's very much about ideas and tuning into brainwave patterns and just obscure things like that. And it's a pretty cool combination because of that. And the really tough thing about this placement is the self-destruction that is brought on by too many ideas, absorbing too many different things, too much contrast, and sometimes it feels like it can really make you crazy because you feel these two different sides of yourself so strongly and you struggle to manifest them in one person. That's why you only express one at a time. You'll push one forward and then you'll withdraw and then you'll push the other forward, and I might kind of like feel like you have multiple personalities sometimes. Like you might not have been diagnosed with it, people might not see it that way when they look at you, but you yourself, you just feel like you have these like two very different sides of you, but they're both the truth. They're both there. It's duality. I mean, this is like the truth. This is the way everyone is on some level, and you have a really strong understanding of that, but you also understand that just because other people are like this doesn't mean they're aware, and it doesn't mean that they're accepting. So what you have to do is you have to share your ideas, no matter how obscure that they are, and help people understand and always see things from these two different perspectives, and always know that there's not just one thing there. There might be one thing that you can see, but there's not just one thing there. There's another side of it that you can't see. And if you can learn to see both and know that they are both true in their own way, then you can start to see the whole picture. Don't drink my water. So yeah, that's kind of a big task for you, getting people to understand that, and you being a living example. And this is where the self-sacrifice part comes in, because people are going to think you're nuts. Really, like it seems absolutely, positively crazy the way Gemini Sun in Gemini in the 12th house plays out in a person. It will make you seem like you are batshit absolutely fucking crazy, because Gemini is already a pretty crazy sign as it is. And the 12th house, like, it's not really very accepted because it's things we can't see and things we can't understand. But you have a good understanding of this stuff because it's all you know to be true. And you might have like some pretty crazy psychic abilities too that other people don't have. And then you might start to see other people like they're stupid and like they're just pawns because they don't have this understanding of like the collective consciousness and the higher power and like higher mind and things like that. And you can really manipulate thoughts because you feel this like watery, tangible substance, and you have the intelligence to like weave it, sort of. And what's really interesting about this placement is very good for manifesting things through your thoughts. And like even if something starts out as a delusion, you can like really carry it out full circle and like somehow bring it into reality, because you're physically in reality. We're all physically in reality, even if you don't normally feel like you're in reality, and you're in this place where no one else can touch, no one else can grab you because you just slide right out of their fingers. You're air and water. What I see with this placement is creation of ideas that bring thoughts into reality, and they might not be like fully baked ideas, they might not be fully developed, they might not be ready to like really function properly in the world, but you just kind of put them out there, like you pull them out of nowhere, these ideas that you have and these thoughts, and it's like they just come like straight from, like, I don't want to say loony bin, but the collective consciousness or God or like whatever you believe in, the stars, the celestials, like out your ass, really. Like it's one of those places, but it's what you do, and it's something that can really be valued and can help humanity, even if it's very questionable stuff. Because, like I said, this is a very shady kind of placement, because like I said, you have that very strong dark side and that very strong good side too. So just trying to get them to work together on a similar mission, and understand that you don't have to deny one side or the other and only be one of those people. You can be both, and it might be hard to get people to see and understand that, but if you live as an example and you manage to do that, it'll really help people accept themselves better, because I know you have trouble accepting yourself. And guess what? Everyone does, just not to the same extent that you do, because you feel like there are parts of you that are just like so wrong, but they're there, and maybe they feel kind of good, and you like being the person that you are. And then you might just try to express whatever side of you feel is appropriate for the moment. And that's really where we can all learn the best lesson. And people don't learn much just from hearing what you have to say. People learn from example. People won't learn from seeing just one side of you. So anyway, that was kind of ranty, but that's like the really out there-ness that I feel this placement is. And I mean, combining air and water makes it hard to express yourself and express your identity, but it is all about like manipulation. And I'm not always trying to say manipulation is a bad thing, because we need to manipulate something in order to make everything work in the world. Like just the process of eating is manipulation. Like I'm going to manipulate the food into becoming something else. But yeah, so I hope you like the video. Bye, stay tuned. Another thing is it might feel like it's particularly hard to stay true to yourself with this placement, because you lose your sense of self so often. Like other people don't really know who you are, and you, on a large level, you don't really know who you are either. So it's just like, I'm just feeling like these repeats of who am I, who am I, who am I? And yeah, that it kind of requires a lot of exploration for you, and not being afraid to delve into the darkest of the dark and see if you like relate to that at all. And you can probably relate to just about anything, because you're just very adaptable. This is also like a double mutable type of influence. So if you like the video, go ahead and check out what else I have to offer on my channel. And I also have some free information on my website. I have a new way that I'm going to start doing horoscopes, and I think it's pretty fun. I'm excited about it. So stay tuned to hear more about that, or see if you can like get a little glimpse of it on my website. Bye.